Hi everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. In today's episode, we're actually going to be taking a step back from the big tech and focusing on something that's going to carry us all the way into the late game, and that is productive bees. Or should I more adequately put it, Dodden's going to build us a great big bee tower. He's going to start us off into the mod pack, and as we progress further on, that's when I'll start to look into it. What it's going to be about is I want to show you exactly what productive bees are all about and why they're so powerful in this mod pack and how we can actually start using them to replace older resource setups like our mob farm. But if you are new to productive bees, the idea is actually pretty simple. Instead of generating resources through the mob farm or by going out mining like we typically would, bees are actually able to passively produce specific materials over time. Each bee focuses on one resource, things like the metals, gems, or mod-specific materials, and once we've got them set up, they just work in the background whilst we can focus on building and progressing. And to be honest, in a large mod pack like All the Mods 10, that kind of passive and targeted production is just so incredibly valuable. How do we actually go about getting started within productive bees? At its core, it's actually pretty basic, so we're just going to jump on in. To start with, you basically need a beehive or advanced beehive, the correct flower or block for that bee, which you can search for in JEI, and then somewhere for the combs to be processed. We're just using standard centrifuges, but you can upgrade them later down the line. For this episode, we are just keeping things very simple. We're not worrying about the maximum efficiency or late game upgrades just yet. This particular example, pretty much just getting the bees working and producing. If you want to know how to make and breed different bees, you can search on the JEI and it'll actually explain very well what you need to do. You will notice that this is actually a child copper bee. Believe it or not, they actually still harvest the same as an adult copper bee. Well, child bees harvest the same as adult bees, not just copper bees. And there we go. It's pollinated off the block of copper and it went straight into the advanced beehive. One thing to note though is when I first placed this hive down, I placed it the wrong way. During my testing, I have noticed that you're wanting this face to be away from your extraction point. Either that or you extract from the bottom, but the bees won't enter from the front face and can't seem to enter from any other face. I had this running for quite some time, and when I say quite some time, I mean roughly 24 hours, and it had only made 3 raw copper, and the bee was still sitting inside, and as soon as I turned it round, it started producing again. So with that in mind though, now that we've got it set up correctly, I have put an item conduit from Ender.io. These are fully compatible with the Productive Bees mod, and it's absolutely fantastic because I use them everywhere. So, piping it straight from the beehive into the centrifuge, where it will then go into here. You'll actually see honeycomb pop into here, and it'll turn into wax, whatever resource that bee is producing, and pollen puffs. These slots here are for your bee upgrades. At the moment, I have been working on productivity beta, which actually improves the speed by 150%. You can put multiples of these in, and it greatly increases the speed. There we go. Now that I've got it facing the right way, it quite happily comes and goes. You don't have to completely enclose it. It will go to the nearest resource. If there is other resources nearby that it's looking for, it will sort of pollinate from them and then come back to the hive, because it does have its hive home position, so you don't have to have it enclosed like this. And I would say that concludes really our very simple setup here. And if you're like us, we decided to take it a bit of a step further. As you can see, multiple floors. Yeah, just a little step further. And that is the great thing about productive bees, is there are so many options and you can expand and expand. Now if you do enjoy a good time lapse as much as I do, I would like to give my brother Dodd97 a nice little shout out. He's got a time lapse of this build on his channel and I'm sure he would love a little visit from yourself. But in the meantime, that's me and I'll catch you in the next one.